So, a real quick refresher to those that might be coming back into the fold, and you might not be coming back into the fold because you have other issues going on and you're not ready to deal with your predispositions. But I wanted to serve this as a reminder that the JJ protocol has evolved from even the evolution of the Jilly Juice protocol that came out in 2020. Not only have I changed from the pink salt to the white salt, but there is no diet, and you must get off the J juice at some point. And it's going to be different for everybody. I know when you're obese, you're going to have to deal with burning through the excess fat, dealing with the bloating, drinking water, and also potentially constipation because salt is high energy. And if you're underweight, you're going to have to deal with doing a few waterfalls and getting off the J juice like indefinitely and eating all food in the food supply, dealing with the painful energy of the coding and the recoding, which is cell regeneration. And potentially you might have constipation because of viral energy in your body. Drink milk, coffee and cream. Avoid using Jilly Juice as a way to expel because that will deplete you and turn you into the crypt keeper because it's burning substance off your body. It's not a bad thing. Jilly Juice and salt is a catalyst to evolution, but it also is a cure, and you cannot survive in a cured state in a dynamic environment. And so that is the third law of thermodynamics, is a body in a cured state will be destroyed by the dynamic environment. And nobody is hermetically sealed, which means that you're going to have to deal with the internal microbiome and the environment and the external microbiome and the environment. And they're all connected together, okay? And you can't pretend like you're isolated from everything. Even wearing a mask or staying home is not 100%. You still have to deal with viral energy. And so it means you have to exercise your diaphragm, cough out mucus. You have to understand that mucus is necessary, especially when you're coding your DNA with the food supply. I noticed a direct correlation to eating food after I've dealt with a new viral energy and me having to cough out a bunch of mucus. Not that the food was poison or anything toxic, it's the fact that that's the body's way to expel. That's the first line of defense. Sometimes your second lines of defense are being triggered. Throwing up and diarrhea. Not because of the J juice, it's because the body is dealing with viral energy and the immune system is activated and it's releasing things it does not need. And you can't be afraid of it. You start taking all your Imodiums and your kaopectates and your Pepto-Bismos and all the things over the counter and prescription drug, you have now corrupted your DNA. And then even more so when you're taking out organs and you're getting surgeries. That's the extreme corruption of your DNA. And then eventually, you will be, I guess, proverbially deleted because you're not maximizing your use of all your body parts because you've allowed somebody to intervene and take resources from you. And so the whole JJ protocol is now the JJ mentality, and it's about adding resources versus taking away resources. The medical, holistic, energy healing world is all about taking your resources in body, mind, and spirit, and financially. And so now it's time for you to bring those resources back, and that means all food in the food supply and dealing with the painful energy and understanding mucus for what it is and dealing with your demons. And so if you're coming back into the fold, you may not be ready for this. And so, yes, it'll be interesting to see. It's interesting to see my view about Greek mythology and the Book of Enoch and the fallen angels and all of that. But then you got to take it a step further and realize you want to be a fallen angel and go over the cliff with everybody else, or you finally want to face the demons and be the immortal human that we were meant to be. Humanity is human divinity. We are spiritual beings that were not given the opportunity to realize our potential because we've allowed the medical, holistic, energy healing world to stilt our evolution and stilt our potential immortality. And the root of it is that you're afraid of the painful energy. And so once you stop being angry at me for lashing out at you a couple years ago because I didn't want to deal with all of this crazy energy, and I was trying to evolve not only myself but everyone around me. People took me as I was trying to harm them, and I wasn't. And so I hope that maybe you can finally look at my information and look at me in a different way, and pay attention to the pinned post. Don't ask me questions through private message. Watch my videos, keep track of my information, and choose whether or not you want to evolve or you want to just, devolve and be deleted at some point. But you're going to have to adapt to this mainframe called the universe, the exosphere, thermosphere, ionosphere, mesosphere, stratosphere, and then the troposphere, which is where all the weather and the wind and the rain and the precipitation, and then the environment, and then the microbiome, and then all the constituents of the microbiome, which are the viruses, the parasites, the protozoa, the proteins, the fungus, and bacteria, made up of biochemistry, the fatty acid, amino acid, prohormones, and minerals, all the way down to the subatomic particle, reduced even down further to the quark. And then you can take that all the way back to the universe, because the quarks make up the subatomic particles that make up everything. And so then you start realizing everything is connected, and you have to learn how to connect the device, which is you, to the mainframe of your environment, and learn how to deal with the evolutionary energy, and stop getting lost in how you feel and what you think of me, and start, respecting yourself and understand the physics of life and death, not the perceptions of life and death. And that does take some commitment on your part if you're interested in living in this world. All right, bye.